You've got mail.
I've got mail for you guys, and I'm here to admit that I was a flat earther, and I am no longer a flat earther. The Earth is not flat. We are living on a spinning ball, and flat earthers, before you got upset and triggered, just pay attention, okay? I want you to understand why.
You've got mail.
And for you Globers, you know why you're living on a spinning ball, and you'll understand at the end of this video. It should only be about 5 minutes. So let's start with Bill Nye the Science Guy here.
I was pointing at.
No, first,
Okay.
we have a saying in science: extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. Rising model of science. Watch as ships sail away.
Right?
They don't disappear all at once.
No, they don't.
No, first, the bottom will disappear. See, the bottom of the ship is gone. Now we can see midway up, and then the
Boom.
whole thing disappears.
Right?
Now, ships came back. They didn't fall off a table. So people realized that the world is curved. I mean, it's a big curve, but it's curved.
But it's curved, see? So we don't have to worry about that, guys. You know, the Globers understand this, and we just fought for it forever. We don't have to worry about the curvature left from right. We don't need to go out in the real world and try testing it for ourselves. Bill Nye the Science Guy, you know, this is like 15 years ago. He has this model. And that's all we had to do, guys, was just pay attention to Bill Nye the Science Guy. You know, he wouldn't steer us wrong, right? Okay, I got more. There's more evidence coming up. Okay, and people want to talk about, oh, what height do you have to be to, you know, to see that curvature? You know, let's, you know, here's another one. We're,
What's his name? Felix Baumgartner. Now, you know, he wants to, I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him
yeah, I mean, I get that.
with a really wide-angle lens.
But I don't need to think about it. You know, I just gotta understand
so in the
that
photo, you see this curvature.
this is church, guys.
Surface.
Pay attention.
He's in space. Look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
You know, guys, like I said, and here was the Red Bull jump. You know, when they were jumping out and whatnot. But I'm not going to get a copyright for the music.
Not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball.
Okay.
You just don't.
And we don't need to think about it. You know, they wouldn't lie to us. And then another one right here about
You've got mail.
about our pastor.
To all of you road
Commercial.
trippers
I'm
and
going to pause
family
it for the
hikers,
commercial here.
To the everyday
Is Star Talk.
Okay, and this is his YouTube channel he's got. Where he does Star Talk.
What is gravity?
I have no idea. Okay, next question.
Wow.
No, here's the difference. We can.
Oh, I messed up here.
Is gravity?
I have no idea. Okay, next question.
Wow.
No, here's the difference.
See, here's the difference. We don't need to know what it is, right, guys? I mean, someone here smarter than us figured it out. He doesn't know what it is. So if someone smarter than me doesn't know what it is, I don't need to look into it because I don't have a PhD degree. You know, I'm not an astrophysicist like him. And if he doesn't understand it, I don't need to question it. I just need to believe his answer.
Describe gravity. We can say what it does to other things. We can measure it, predict with it. But when you start asking,
But
like, what it is,
we can measure it, we can predict with it.
So
it
did
is-
I
I-
accidentally
you know-
ask a deeper question than I meant to?
Yeah, no, you were meant to ask deep questions.
But
The curvature of space and time. And
long story short, we don't need to know. You know, guys, I just want to keep this under 5 minutes. So that is why I went back to us living on a spinning ball, because someone smarter than us figured it all out. And us as flat earthers, we're not smart. We're not that intelligent, because you guys can think and you think that you can figure it out and you think that the governments are lying to us. NASA and the government, they would never lie to us. I thought they've been lying to us for years, but apparently that's not true, guys. Flat earthers are just thinking you're special. You're not special. You're no different than the ballers who are, I don't know. I don't know. That's just it. I don't want to put anybody down because it's a beautiful world and it's spinning out of control. And that is my proof. That is my evidence of why we're living on a spinning ball. And I was a flat earther, and now I think I'm going back to a ball.